Hola, hola, hola. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel. But today is the podcast. Day late because I've been under the weather a little bit. Welcome to another episode of Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. Woman of Success Without Limits is basically how that translates. Bilingual podcast, one of the very first. Here on the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded is where we share stories. I love sharing stories from my guests. I love sharing tips so that I can leave a legacy of leaders, of Latina leaders behind me. Hola, 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 my beautiful MujerPreneurs. Welcome. Welcome back. Whether you're a seasoned MujerPreneur, whether you're a want-to-be MujerPreneur, whether you are contemplating becoming a MujerPreneur, whether you're a side gig, an affiliate marketer, welcome. Hola, hola, hola. Welcome to another episode of Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. If you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, remember to subscribe and hit that bell and share this with somebody that you think might be able to gain some knowledge, gain some tips or anything, because we want to share the good stuff. We always share the bad stuff, but we want to share the good stuff, okay? Queremos compartir. Acuérdense que si algo les gusta aquí, compártanlo. Gracias. Okay, so here we go. Today we are going to talk about stepping into our power. We're going to be talking about creating multiple streams of income on this podcast, stepping into our power, living life on our own terms, lots of things that are going to empower you to be a mujerpreneur that is strong, resilient, and fearless, passionate, and positively prosperous, right? So those are my favorite words, some of my favorite words. Gracias por estar aquí. Today I'm coming at you, like I said, a little bit under the weather, still recovering. I'm about 80%. So hence my casual look today. So, because usually I always wear a hat, and this is a hat, but not usually so casual. But today it is what it is. All right. Once again, thank you for joining me. If you're joining me wherever you listen to your podcast favorite shows, this is Marti Angel, your host of the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. And today's episode is going to be one that might just change everything for you. Bueno, vamos a empezar. Okay, let's get started. So let me ask you a question. Déjenme preguntarles, have you ever felt like you're doing all the things, you're working hard, you're showing up, you're taking action, but somehow the success you want still feels out of reach, almost as though you're spinning your wheels? If that's you, trust me, I feel you. I've been there. I know you. I am you, right? It is so important. It's like, there are times when I'm just doing, and nothing's happening. So do I stop? No, you keep going, right? You keep going. But maybe you see others hitting their goals and you wonder, what the heck am I doing? Why did I get on too late? Is it me? Is it a privilege that some other people have? What is it? What am I missing here? I love that question. What am I missing? Well, amiga, chula, hermosa, what I want to tell you is this, the truth. And this is the truth that a lot of people don't want to admit. You might be blocking your own success and you don't even realize it. It's very energetic. I'm a very energetic person. As you know, I'm a Reiki healer. I'm a yoga therapist. I'm an EFT, you name it, probably I have that certification, just so that you know that I am one of those, what they call the enlightened entrepreneurs. And yes, I said that. And sometimes we are the ones standing in our own way. So let me let me just say that I have been there. I have stood in my own way. And today, we're going to break that down. We're going to uncover how it's happening. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Because a lot of people out there will tell you what's wrong, but they don't really tell you how to fix it. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's grab your cafecito, or like I have it, my water here, and take a deep breath. Take a drink. And vamos, let's dive in. Let's dive straight in. The invisible barriers to your success. The invisible barriers that you are causing yourself. So before you start, you're thinking, wait, nuh-uh, Marti, I want success. I'm not blocking it. How could I be blocking it if I want it and if I'm doing it? Well, let me explain. Most of us have deeply rooted limiting beliefs that come from our childhood, society, or even our past experiences. And we don't even know that we've absorbed them into our DNA, if you will, into our DNA. Hence, that's where tapping, I'm an EFT, certified tapping coach. And this, I use all the modalities that I've been talking about to help myself. But let me share with you that these beliefs live in our subconscious mind, and they're embedded in every one of our cells. And they shape our actions, our decisions, and our results without us even realizing it. And that, my friends, can lead to failure. And we hate to see failure. Although, there's always two sides. You cannot have success without failure. But let me share a few examples of how this might be happening in your life right now, in your business life right now, in your wanting to get ahead, it may be in your side gig life, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is fear of outgrowing your circle. Mujeres hermosas, chulas. Miedo de crecer tanto que dejas tu círculo atrás. Ese es un miedo, ¿verdad? And this one is big, really big. Big with capital letters, capital B, capital I, capital G. Let me ask you this. Have you ever hesitated to step into a bigger version of yourself because you're afraid of what people will think? Maybe you're worried that if you start making more money, growing your business, or stepping into your power, you'll lose friends or your family won't understand you. Been there, done that. So here's what you do instead, right? You unconsciously keep yourself small just to share and stay comfortable in all of your relationships, right? And so what happens is that communication, whether it's through physical, whether it's through verbal, whichever way we communicate, our communication chakra, which is around our neck, tends to get blocked. So, amigas, hermosas, chulas, let me tell you this. The right people will grow with you. And if they don't grow with you, they were never meant to be with you. They were never meant to stay. There are no coinkydinks in this world. No hay coincidencias en este mundo, ¿verdad? A veces sentimos que estamos bloqueados, pero estamos moviéndonos para enfrente, haciendo todo lo que necesitamos hacer, pero de todos modos salimos adelante. Well, my friends, the second thing I want you to think about is this. Your mindset about money is holding you back. Whew. That was a big one for me. That one hits me very personally, as my grandmother would do. This one is personal for so many of us. Our mindset about money is holding us back. How we were raised to think about money is important. Did we hear any of these terms, any of these sentences when we were either walking by somebody, when we were small, whenever? Let me share some of these with you, and if you have heard of them and you say, oh yes, yeah, and you agree with it, trust me, baby, that means it's ingrained in you and you're going to have to pull and pluck it out. Here's the first one. Money is hard to make. El dinero es difícil para hacer. Rich people are greedy. Todas las personas que son ricas son egoístas. You have to work super hard to deserve success. Tienes que trabajar super duro para merecerte éxito. Any of those sound familiar? And if you even said, oh yeah, I heard that all the time growing up, or anything like that, trust me, one of those is peeking its rear and rearing its ugly head in your life, in your business life. And what you don't know is that these beliefs are running in the background of your mind. And every time something remotely reminds you of them, it becomes more embedded. It's kind of like a splinter, right? You're trying to get it out, but then right as soon as you almost got it out, something happens and you can't pull it and it goes back in deeper. Well, that's the same thing. We need to work on these beliefs until we're no longer triggered, and you have to be a feeling being in your business in order to understand and to feel. You have to feel whether or not these things are blocking you, right? So opportunity, what's happening when opportunity comes to the back of your mind? When it comes to the back of your mind, does it say something like, oh my God, what if I can't make the $10,000 a month I want to make? Oh my gosh, what if this doesn't work? Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever to work, right? If you even start to think those, I guarantee you're feeling it. And that is your saboteur. That is your saboteur. That is you saying, Marty, you're going to sabotage it. So, whatever, but don't listen to me. Keep going, right? So you have to be very, very in tune all the time with what you're feeling. We live in a feeling world, believe it or not. So have you ever heard you'll price your offers too low, or you price your offers too low? If that's the case, trust me, one of those things that I just spoke about the money part, is blocking you. Because you tend to price offers too low because you're thinking, okay, we're struggling, everybody's struggling, the economy's going down, maybe I should offer them lower. And then what happens is you procrastinate on your launch because you're stuck at that money place. What should I connect to my offer? What should I add? Or how much should I charge, right? And this is a procrastination that comes from within, from our internal money story. Trust me, when you have this going on, you're going to hesitate to ask for the sale. And that's when those sales letters become way too long. And I'm going this person is just, I'm not this person's. When those sales letters are so long, I know I'm not that person's ideal customer, because I'm straight to the point, short, sweet, and to the point. And If you're one of those, drop me a comment below. If you're just dropping in here on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, listening to the podcast Mujer De Éxito Unbounded, wherever you listen to your favorite shows, this is for you. This is for you. But remember to hit that bell, subscribe, and share it out. And I want to share with you that it's not because you're incapable. When you don't get things done, it's not because you're incapable. You are very capable. You're very worthy. You are deserving. It is because deep down inside, you don't believe you should have more. And I know that because I was told when I was little, be thankful for what you have, which to me meant you're not allowed to want more than what you have. That was the translation. That's how I began to feel. I felt like, okay, I can't be so, so wanting more, so desiring more. I can't be, having what I have and then want more, right? I took it the opposite way. It doesn't mean that. What it means is be comfortable and grateful for what you have, but know that you're going to get to a higher place and that you're deserving of more money, more prosperity, more good luck, more good fortune, more good people, more good friends, more great opportunities. You and all of us listening to this today are worthy of that. So remember, it's not because you're incapable. It's because deep down inside, you don't believe you should have more. But let me share with you something. Let me tell you something right now. Like I said before, tú mereces más abundancia. You deserve more abundance. You are worthy of success, right? You are capable of receiving everything you desire. You just need to believe it. If that is resonating with you, then make sure to subscribe and hit that bell and, just share this out because it might resonate with somebody else. But if this is resonating with you, you must start shifting those beliefs today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start shifting them today. You can begin to shift them right away, right? And later on, stay tuned, stay till the end, because I am sharing with you how to go about, shifting all of these. The third thing I want you to know is perfection. Perfectionism is just procrastination in disguise. Ouch. Ouch. I know this one hits hard and hits home for a lot of us, especially us, Gen X's, later Gen X's, or earlier Gen X's, MujerPreneurs, right? Perfection. Perfection, I didn't realize, was that nothing could be turned in unless it was perfect. Luckily, I'm never late. I'm also on time. But, perfectionism is a procrastination tactic. And it's disguised. So we call it's because everything needs to be perfect. And the truth is, behind that is that we don't believe that we're good enough to put out whatever it is we're putting out. And so that's procrastination in disguise. And like I said before, ouch. Eso duele, right? So I know this one hits home for a lot of us Latinas, mujerpreneurs, women of color. We were raised very differently. We were raised without privilege. We were raised to work hard. We were raised to, to fight hard, really. In order to get up there, you need to make sure that you're always striving to get up there. So let me ask you this. How many times have you told yourself, I need to take, wait a minute, it's not quite there yet. I need to take one more course before I launch. Or this one. I'll start when my Instagram looks better, when I have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 followers. I just need a plan. I just need a plan, and it needs to be perfect it needs to be planned out before I put it out. Amiga, chula, hermosa, déjame decirte la verdad. Let me be real with you here. There is no perfect moment. Nada. There is no perfect moment. Success doesn't come from perfect plans. It comes from messy, casual, look at me, the epitome of it today, messy action. So, amigas, if you've been waiting for the right time and you've been waiting for a sign and you're still with me here, this is your sign. The right time is now. Ahorita. Now. Este es tu tiempo. Este es tu signo, ¿verdad? So, now let's talk about, here's the part that everybody else, all the gurus leave out, right? The biggest question we have, how do we fix this? Now that we've talked about what might be blocking our own success, let's talk about the solutions. Because I want you to remember this. Awareness is the first step to change. One of the things that I used to tell my students in my yoga class, because I used to teach a class called the Yoga of Success. And it was more of a mindset class, if you will. But one of the things that I used to tell my students is the fact that you have to believe it before you see it. You must believe it, feel it, enjoy it, live it before you see it. Now, here's what I did. I created a free resource for you, which is just for you, my listeners, and I'll leave a link to this below, and I'll leave a link to this in the show notes. It's 10 questions to help you identify your limiting beliefs. Because sometimes we really don't know what limiting beliefs we have. We just know that something triggers us and we feel it. And one of the ways that you want to make sure that you feel it is be in tune with what you say. Listen to your own words and how they land in your body. Because when you do that, these questions will help you uncover what's really holding you back. So you can start shifting your mindset today, whether you start to shift it in meditation, whether you start to shift it by affirmations, whether you start to shift it at night when we call in the the self-hypnosis, or maybe tapping, or, ho'oponopono, whatever it is, whatever that Reiki, whatever it is that that extra, healing modality, bring it in. But you need to know what is it that's holding you back. ¿Qué es la verdad en todo esto? Tenemos que ser detectives para ver cómo las palabras que estamos usando los sentimos en el cuerpo. How do we feel it in our body? So if you are interested in grabbing that link in order to get that resource, remember it's going to be down in the show notes. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. If you're looking at me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a time when I go live, which is once a week. And here's what I want you to do today. Here's what I want you to do today. As a lifelong educator and a college professor in the Department of Business, I always leave homework. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go through your day what we call very present, aggressively present, so that you can identify one belief that you need to let go of. one belief. Notice how it triggers you, right? Notice how it triggers you. If there's something that you say or that you think about, and then you get a feeling of, in that pit of your stomach or feeling in your heart, that's a trigger. So write down the statement that you just said that you're feeling the trigger of, and then write a new belief that will replace it, right? You can even do it in a journal, one side, divide it in two, and then go through and say what you think is blocking you and then how you feel. And then on the other side, write a new belief that will actually replace that one. You see, every time you take one small action in alignment with that new belief, you're getting closer to your breakthrough. Right? Because your breakthrough isn't in the future. It is right now. Let me repeat that. Your breakthrough isn't in the future. It is right now. Right? And so it's so important. Es sumamente importante que escuches a tu cuerpo, el sentir de tu cuerpo. And I'm closing my eyes because I want you to feel inside. Close your eyes. When you close your eyes, 86% of the distraction finally goes away. So, mujeres hermosas, chulas, let me remind you, you are not stuck. So I want you to stop saying that. You are not broken. So don't say, I can't do this or whatever. You are capable of massive success. All you need to do is pull out the weeds. In that beautiful green grass of success, pull out the weeds of failure, the weeds of negative beliefs, the weeds that are stopping you, the weeds that are hurting you, the weeds that are making you feel, I don't know how they make you feel. To me, it makes me feel like I have, something heavy on my chest and my stomach hurts, right? I remember when I was little, my mom used to say, how you feeling today? And I would say, oh, butterflies are coming. And my mom would say, okay, that's your sign that you need to let the butterflies go. And so visually she would say, okay, where are the butterflies? And I would close my eyes and I would point to where on my body I thought those butterflies were. And then she would say to me, okay, now open the door. There's a door, create a door, open the door and let the butterflies out. And it used to work. It used to work for me. So try it. It's a simple little exercise. It's free. And see if it works for you. But mujeres hermosas, chulas, I want you to know that you have the capacity to unblock yourself. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to start believing in yourself, and it's time to take action. And as your small business coach, I am here to help you do it. So before you go down that empty road of blockage of I can't do this, before that negative road that's so full of dangerous thorns and weeds and all this overgrowth, before you go down, I want you to download that guide that I was talking to you about. Just check in the description below, comment, yes, I want your guide. And if you have a question, drop it down below. Remember, the guide is called 10 Questions to Help Identify Your Limiting Beliefs right now, so you can take care of them right now, so you can begin to amass the success that you want. So, I want you to grab it. And if you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, remember to check the show notes on the Mujer De Éxito Unbounded. So let me just share with you. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with another mujerpreneur. Let's learn to be empowering each other. Let's learn to be that positive force that allows others to have success right next door to us. I would love to have two successful people next door to me. I can bring them in and, live off their energy and make it for myself, right? So share it with another mujerpreneur, share it with another woman of color, share it with somebody that you know is looking for a breakthrough and somebody that you think needs to hear this. Because remember, quiero que se acuerden, chulas hermosas, quiero que se acuerden esta línea. Esta línea dice que juntas podemos más. No se separen, no se dividan. Juntas podemos más. Remember, together we can achieve more. That's basically what juntas podemos más. Together we can more. If I translate it literally, that's what happens. But once again, I want you to really begin to work on that. Feel whenever you're talking, feel that. Is it triggering you? Where do you feel it in your body? And then maybe you could do what my mom said. Where are the butterflies? Where are the butterflies feeling in your body? And then open the door and let them go. So, mujeres hermosas chulas, I hope this episode resonated with you. This is your host of the Mujer de Éxito Unbounded, Marti Angel, signing off, saying gracias por estar aquí. Thank you for being here. Until the next time, I want you to stay bold, stay inspired, and remember, you, mujeres hermosas chulas, you are worthy of success. And as always, I want you to have a beautiful day. Thank you. I'm so full of gratitude for each and every one of you, my listeners, my watchers. Gracias. I'm thankful for everything I have, for all that I am and all that I'm about to become. That's my favorite saying. That's my favorite mantra. Take it and repeat it every day. Have a beautiful day, everybody. This is Marti Angel signing off. Namaste.